Alright, so that's all the planets freed. As you can see, there's no more tractor beams holding on to them. What I don't understand is, I thought the rest of these planets were, like, created by Eggman, and the only one being held was Planet Wisp. So, I don't know why the rest would have to be removed, but whatever. Maybe they said it, but I don't remember. Anyways, here we are, the final level.
Suspended. Please evacuate the park via the emergency exit ahead. This is all your fault. Critical system failure.
Yeah, so this is terminal velocity. I gotta say, when I was young, I thought this egg shuttle was the final level, but it's not. It's just like a... How do I say? It's kind of like a gauntlet mode type of thing, where you play through all the levels in the game from the first to the end, and it's just and I think like it's kind of like a survival mode too, where like you start out with a limited amount of lives, and if you run out of all your lives, the game ends. So I guess kind of like the old Sonic games, you know. But anyways, let's go to terminal velocity.
That fool Sonic thinks he's won because he destroyed all my generators. Well, the mind control cannon is full enough for what it has to do. I will have the last laugh!
The last laugh? How is laughing last special? Isn't that like being the slowest one to get the joke?
Yeah, I laugh last all the time. People look at me like I'm an idiot. Forget about it.
That's because you are an idiot.
You talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you. There's nobody else here, so I must be talking to you. Why haven't we fixed your voice chip yet?
Yo, quit busting my batteries over here. I've been working on it all day.
What does that even mean? Oh, never mind. In a few seconds, it won't matter anyway, since the world will have only one thing on its mind.
What's that, boss?
Me. This can't be happening! It's backfiring! Impossible! How? Ta-da!
Yo, what do you mean impossible? Your plans have been crushed by Sonic for like, ever. He stopped you like it's his job or something. In fact, I can't remember a plan he didn't stop.
What are you talking about? He hasn't stopped all of them.
Name one.
Way to pay attention, pal.
Thank you, buddy! Hey, my voice! It's back! All right!
Ah, there's the sweet sound my auditory processors know and love.
Now I remember why we changed his voice chip. No matter, I may have suffered a setback, but this thing's far from over. I will crush Sonic!
The man gets an A for effort, that's for sure!
I will say that cutscene kind of made me chuckle a bit. You know, I gotta love Eggman, dude. I just love his complete ambition and determination to want to crush Sonic. But anyways, as you can see, his whole plan backfired, and there's a black hole forming in the center of the park, so we gotta get out of here as soon as possible.
Hey, Tails.
Yeah?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Good, so it's not just me.
When I feel the ground shaking under my feet and see plumes of dust rising and rubble tumbling and aliens running for their lives, yeah, I get a bad feeling. So, how about you and me make like Eggman's hairline and recede?
This isn't joke time. This is running to the space elevator time.
Sorry, couldn't help myself. We're out of here.
Yeah, we're running now.
Alright, so here we are, Terminal Velocity, and I gotta say, this is hands down my favorite level of the game. Running down a huge space, a long-ass space elevator with the Earth in the background, or Sonic's world in the background if you want to get technical. It doesn't get better than this. And the music, I just love the music. I heard the remix of the song for Ultimate, and I didn't really like it that much. It kind of massacred it a bit. Which is another thing that the remaster did. For some reason, they decided to like remake all the music. Why? I have no idea. But I don't know. I've heard a couple, and I didn't really like them. Maybe there are some that are better, but I don't know. I only heard the ones that I really like, so I didn't really like them, so yeah. Anyways, I love this level. I think it's a great way. It's a great level to end Interstellar music. Alright, yeah, an Interstellar adventure, really. Basically, running down a long elevator shaft at like supersonic speeds. And yeah, I just like how, you know, we could see the tropical resort on top of us right here. And then when the camera switches around... Yeah, when the camera switches around, you get to see the planet. See, now I can jump and dodge this dude's attacks. Oh man. I was trying to boost. I don't know why it didn't let me that time. Oh my god. Yeah, and the thing that sucks about this level, there's no checkpoints. So you have to do it all in one go. But I don't mind. I love playing this level, so I don't mind redoing it. Oh my god. I missed the jump there. Yeah, I like to see that. Ah! I'm gonna keep jumping because I feel like if I boost, he's still gonna be able to hit me. There we go. Oh damn, I'm running so fast that his lasers can't catch up to me. There we go. That's the end of the level. Okay, here we are, the boss. This is actually the final boss of this game.
Time to bail!
Isn't there?
It can't be!
Leaving so soon! There are no lines, and I've saved the best rides for last! At least let me stamp your hand so you can come back in!
I know you're trying to be clever with this whole amusement park pun thing, but it's just coming off lame. Just say you're going to destroy us and stop embarrassing yourself.
Curse you, Sonic! Not only do you foil my plans, but you foil my speeches as well! I work hard on them! No matter, I will destroy you, and I will be victorious! Is that better?
Like a million times better. Thank you.
This robot is special! He's powered by the energy from your little friends! He is invincible! So I'd say it's been nice knowing you, but it hasn't.
I have to admit I'm a little scared. I don't think we can beat this guy.
See you on the ground, buddy.
Huh? Sonic, no!
Just got one last thing to do! As for you...
Here we are, the terminal velocity boss. Okay, so it looks like he can't help us out here. I love this final boss too, it's one of my favorites. Which is crazy because if you, like, fun fact, if you guys, like, I don't know, maybe you guys realize, some of you guys realize this or not, but this is the first Sonic game in a while where the final boss doesn't end with Sonic turning supersonic. Like, for real. Or at least some kind of special transformation, because I know there's there's the Black Knight and Secret Rings where he transforms into Excalibur Sonic and Darkspine Sonic, which isn't the same, but the idea is still the same in concept. Ah, man, I screwed that up. Yeah, I like how with this boss he uses the same powers that... Yeah, he uses the same Wisp powers that you've been using throughout the entire game. Like, yeah, you've been using these Wisp powers all throughout, and now they're being used against you. Oh, I almost missed that attack. But yeah, like, let's just look back at the games we've played so far right now. We have, we have Unleashed, Black Knight, Rush Adventure. I think the last game where where Sonic doesn't fight the final boss in a type of super form is and I'm not counting the Riders games, those are spin-offs. Let's see. I need some time to think about this because I'm about to finish this fight too.
You horrid little hedgehog! Unlimited colors!
Look at that, we got all the Wisps with us.
Interstellar Blaster!
Alright, let's use this thing. I mean, the final boss really isn't that hard. I did kind of like blunder like once there, but it's not too terribly difficult.
My head! Who turned out the lights?
At Eggman's incredible Interstellar Amusement Park, you can feel comfortable knowing your safety is our number one.
Oh, shut up!
This might not end well.
Alright, here we are. Act 2, Terminal Velocity. So with this level, we straight up gotta outrun a black hole. Let's see if we can do it. Come on. It's gaining on us. Oh no!
Sonic, are you okay? Man, I can't believe you made it through that.
Like you thought I wouldn't?
The only thing I was thinking about was getting pushed into an elevator.
Well, a hedgehog's gotta do what a hedgehog's gotta do.
Great job, Sonic.
Thanks, but I had a little help during that last part.
He said, thank you for saving us.
You're welcome. Thank you for saving us.
He says, you are welcome.
That thing's translating pretty good.
Yep, I finally got all the kinks out. We can talk to them perfectly now. Oh, great. He says, goodbye, my friends, I have to go. Just when I got this thing working.
Better late than never, buddy. Right on.
And there we go, that's Sonic Colors. So overall, really good game. I like it. I would totally recommend it. And unlike Sonic Unleashed, where, you know, I said I would strongly advise from playing that game if it's your first Sonic game due to how difficult it is. I would totally recommend this game if this is your first Sonic game, because it's not that hard. It's pretty easy. I mean, the controls are actually very simple. The levels aren't even all that bad, and in fact, like, the levels are very reminiscent of like classic Sonic games. After all, they did focus on more platforming this time around than like action, or yeah, like high-speed action and whatnot. So that was something I always noticed when I played this game, that even though it plays a lot like Sonic Unleashed, it has a lot more 2D sections than 3D sections. In fact, this game doesn't really have a lot of 3D sections. But anyways, like I was saying, I think the last Sonic game to have a final boss where it doesn't end with Sonic transforming into a super form is so it's not the Rush games, it's not 06, it's not the storybook games, it's not Unleashed, it's not Heroes. I mean, even Shadow the Hedgehog ends with Shadow turning super. It's not the adventure games. I mean, I guess technically would be Sonic Battle, but that's a spin-off. If you want to go mainline games, I guess the last one would have to be Sonic no, not Sonic Adventure. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Yeah, actually, just comes to show you how much Sonic really transforms into Super Sonic a lot for the final battles. I mean, in the mainline games, because if we're talking about spin-offs, then yeah, you have Sonic Riders, then you also have, like I said, Sonic Battle, and then you also have Sonic 3D Blast, which that game is also considered a spin-off. It's not a mainline Sonic game. But yeah, this game is good, I'd say overall. For a game that came out on the Wii, it actually looks pretty good too, despite, you know, like, I know the Wii doesn't have HD graphics and all that stuff. So this game does look pretty good. I would say even here, like what, 13 years later? It looks really good, and I would even say it looks better than the Ultimate version. Of course, I did download a mod, like a graphics pack, to make the game look better, but I have no doubt in my mind that even if I didn't have it, it would still look better than the Ultimate remaster. The only thing with this game, though, see, so there's good and bad with this game, because this game was received really well with critics and fans. In fact, people praised it because it was the first good Sonic game in a long time when it came out. And I think this game, or not, I don't think, this game, because of the way it was received, would change the future of Sonic. Just like how Sonic 06 changed the future of Sonic from that point on, this game also changed the future of Sonic. Because this game would mark the beginning of what fans have dubbed the meta era of Sonic, and would officially mark the end of what fans had called before this game the Dark Age of Sonic. And you know, the Dark Age of Sonic really starts after the adventure era, so like really, I think like the first game that often is considered the first title in the dark age of Sonic is Shadow the Hedgehog. Sonic Rush, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Riders, like that year 2005. That's what people tend to consider the dark age of Sonic when it begins, and it ends with Black Knight. And then Sonic Colors, being the next game to release after Black Knight, is considered by many to be the meta era of Sonic. And why meta? I mean, you'll see with the next few games, although you do get a glimpse of it, and that leads me to my main criticism with this game is the story. So the story in this game is it's okay, although like as you can tell, the tone of this game is really different from the previous games, where you've seen where the previous games like Sonic 06, Sonic and the Black Knight, Shadow the Hedgehog, and Sonic Unleashed kind of have a more darker, serious tone, whereas this game is just straight up like, I don't know, kid friendly, I guess? It's so lighthearted, like very lighthearted. Not even the adventure games were this lighthearted. Or even Heroes. I mean, yeah, I'd say Heroes is probably like the most lighthearted of like the modern Sonic or like the 3D Sonic games. But this game just even more, and some of the jokes in this game, I will admit, just don't hit. Like, you could tell they're trying to be funny, but it's humor that, I don't know, it's just not that funny. I love Sonic, but yeah, the story for this game, I don't know, like, you know, some of the jokes are a bit corny with like the baldy nose hair thing, and like the no copyright law in the universe is gonna stop me and whatnot. I think generally the only cutscene in this game that made me laugh was the one right before you start terminal velocity with Eggman. You know, just when he explains why he remembers why Cubot had a different voice trick, and there was something else, but I don't remember. And the reason for that is because, so the writer that they got for this game, I don't know, I've heard it many times, I've heard it be talked about many times, that the main writer for this game didn't know anything about Sonic, which I honestly don't understand why companies and studios hire writers who don't know anything about their stories, about their IPs and stuff, to create a story. Because, you know, it's the same issue with Star Wars, how a lot of like the media with Star Wars after Disney acquired it, or not a lot of it, but like, for example, like Kenobi, right? I remember there was like a lot of backlash, a lot of complaints from fans saying that they found out that the writer for the Kenobi show had never watched Star Wars, or at the very least never watched the prequels. And people were like, why did you hire someone that has never watched the prequels to write a story that takes a lot of its story elements from the prequel movies, right? And it's just weird because, like, look, I get it. Maybe they want to give some new talent a chance or whatever. But why do it for, like, serious, like, you know, I guess it wouldn't be bad for, like, a spin-off or something like that. But when you're making, like, so Sonic Colors, it's a mainline Sonic title, right? it's the main Sonic. It's essentially the sequel to Sonic Unleashed. And if Sega was really trying to restore Sonic's reputation after 06, you would think they would really go all out with the next few games. This is technically the second main Sonic game to release after 06. And yeah, the main Sonic game, right? I know there's spin-offs, but let's just not count those just to keep things simple. So yeah, the guy who wrote this game, the story for this game, didn't know anything about Sonic, and I think you guys could kind of tell. Like Sonic and Tails, I don't know, they don't really have a lot of characterization. And Eggman in this game, unfortunately, starts to seem a bit more of a goofball. He stops being more of an actual like villainous threat to Sonic and kind of being more of a joke. And I know Sonic hasn't always necessarily taken Eggman seriously, but there are moments where he has, but in this game, it just seems like, you know, to Sonic, Eggman's like, oh yeah, he's just this guy I gotta deal with, you know? I do it on a daily, no big deal. Don't worry about him. Like, he's a joke. Whereas in the past, like, Eggman has done a lot of diabolical things that have even left Sonic shaking a bit. Like in the adventure games, releasing chaos, and like trying to blow him up in the middle of space. Unleashed in how he like broke the planet in half. You know, a lot of things. But this is the beginning of the so-called meta era of Sonic, and like I said, you'll see more examples of this in the next games that we play, and hopefully you guys will see what I'm talking about, and you'll click why fans call this era of Sonic the meta era. But all in all, I totally recommend this game. It's a really fun Sonic game. The story might be whatever, but the gameplay, I can assure you the gameplay is good. Damn, these credits are long and I don't think I can skip them. I'm trying to skip them. Okay, I think here we are, we're at the end. Look at that, we're back to Sonic's home world. I'm not allowed to boost. I do like how the boost effect in this game, or the boost trail, reflects the wisps with the rainbow colored trails. Oh, look at that, all these extra lines. And the lone white wisp.
Faster, you idiot! Faster! Put your backsides into it!
Technically, we don't have backsides, boss.
I don't care! Just push! We have to hurry! I already have my revenge planned out, and next time I will not fail!
Of course you won't, boss. Of course you won't. On the bright side, a certain someone got their voice back.
I feel like my own self! All I want to do is talk! Hey, remember when we were chasing those little alien guys? What's up with those things anyway? They sure were funny looking! Smell good though?
What I wouldn't give for the maddening silence of space right about now.
Sushi, hey, I heard they started using fish! Bummer we didn't bring any with us! Not that we can eat it since we're robots, but we could have looked at it! I love looking at stuff! I love stuff! The fireworks show game was great! Hey, how did you get all this stuff to blow up like that anyway? Loved it! By the way, can we destroy Sonic this time? No, I'm sorry. You never destroy Sonic. Where are we going? Oh, look at that star! Oh, my God, that looks nice! Oh, look at that!
Sega.
Please evacuate the park via the emergency exit ahead.
Alright, well, so that's another thing. I just checked right now as I was getting to this menu. My profile said I had a total play time of 4 hours, so this game is actually also not that long. I mean, you guys would be able to tell because you could just look at how long this playthrough is from my videos. It's not that long, so it's another, like I said, this is a perfect game if you want to get into Sonic. You know, it's not hard, or maybe you're like, I don't like the classic games, or maybe they're a little too hard for you or something. Maybe it's a little hard because you got, well, I guess it's not hard to play the classic ones now since you got Sonic Origins. But this is another good one, and I totally recommend it. It's a really easy game. Yeah, I know I screwed up a lot. Because, as you can see, I only got 5 S ranks. But I did get, like, half of the red rings, which, if you guys are curious, I'm going to show you what those red rings are for. So you can come over to Gameland, and this is, you could actually play with 2 players on this if you want. Now, I don't have any Mii's here, so I'm just going to play as Sonic. And I'm going to turn up that speed. And as you can see, these are Chaos Emeralds right here. And you just play these levels. And what they are is essentially...
Press the assist button to perform an assist check. You'll swap places with the other virtual hedgehog.
Okay, what the hell's the assist button? Okay, well anyways, it's basically more like bonus levels that you can play when you're done with this. When you're done with the main game. I mean, you could play it even while you're doing the main game. So this is what the red rings are for. They unlock levels for you. So the more rings you collect, the more red rings you collect, the more levels you unlock. And if you unlock all the, I believe if you unlock, when you collect all the red rings, you unlock all the levels. And if you play and finish all the levels, you actually get Chaos Emeralds for completing the levels. Yeah, you get Chaos Emeralds for completing the levels. And if you collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds in this game, you get to play as Super Sonic in the levels. Yeah, so it's kind of like, it's basically like Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where you can play special stages to unlock the Chaos Emeralds, but the Chaos Emeralds have nothing to do with the story, because as you saw, you don't need the Chaos Emeralds. And this isn't like the advanced games or the rush games where there's a hidden or there's an extra true final boss. Yeah, where there's a hidden true final boss if you get all the Chaos Emeralds. There's not. All you get for getting the Chaos Emeralds is a chance to play as Super Sonic in whatever level you want. Same criteria as always. You need to collect 50 rings before you can do it. Now, personally, I've never done it because I never went out my way to collect all the red rings, but I might do it this time, just for fun. And it'd be nice to play as Super Sonic in a modern Sonic platformer. I was gonna say 3D Sonic game, but I don't know. Well, it has enough 3D to count as a 3D Sonic game, I guess. Here we are. It looks like we're coming to a 3D section anyways. But yeah, that's what the Game Land is for. And that's what the red rings are for. If you just want to get Chaos Emeralds so you can unlock Super Sonic. So you can play as him in the main levels. But yeah, no correlation to the story whatsoever, and no correlation to the story whatsoever, and no secret boss, which I'm cool with. like I said, it seems like basically once Sonic made the transition to 3D, all the Sonic games really just have a heavy reliance on collecting the Chaos Emeralds, and like the final boss of each game ends with a battle between the final boss and Super Sonic, which I'm not gonna complain, but I just think when you see it, when it happens in every game, it just kind of downplays the epicness. Because when you see it the first time in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it's epic because it's a battle in space. It's the first time Sonic becomes Super Sonic, or Super Sonic in fights like that. But yeah, once like every game does it, yeah, I don't know, it's just doesn't really hit the same. So I'm glad this game took a break with including the Chaos Emeralds and using Super Sonic as a final boss, or for the final boss. You know, the showdown with the Wisp armor was good enough for me, and with the ending of the black hole, really cool. Which, I just gotta say, the fact that Sonic was able to outrun a black hole for 40 seconds is really impressive, considering that black holes, not even light can escape, and the speed of light is really fast. So Sonic was able to like basically outrun a black hole for 40 seconds. That's really impressive. I actually saw a post about this the other day. Like, people were comparing speedsters, and Sonic was one of them, and someone said that, oh yeah, like, I don't know, like the Flash or Quicksilver, one of those guys, right, is faster than Sonic, and everyone in the comments was like, no, you're tripping, Sonic is much faster. The fact that he was able to outrun a black hole for almost a minute is a testament to just how fast he truly is. And I don't want to hear anything about speed forces or stuff like that. That's just a whole different thing. But anyways, thank you guys for watching my playthrough of Sonic Colors. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the next game in the marathon. So I'll see you guys then.